Make sure you have your Cornell notes in front of you and that you have Unit 2, Point of View, written on your topic. Point of view is part of Unit 2, and then we're going to get into characterization after point of view. Two very important definitions to understand point of view are narrator and, of course, point of view. A narrator is the voice that tells the story. They influence your impressions about the characters and what happens in the story. The narrator can be two different types of people, and we're going to talk about those in just a moment. Point of view is the writer's choice of narrator or how the story is told. So make sure you have both of these definitions written down in your Cornell notes. Now, there are two different types of point of view, two different types of narrators that an author can choose that we're going to learn about this year. The first one is called first person point of view, and the second one is called third person point of view. These are very different from each other, and we're going to take a look at the differences right now. You can tell if a story is written in first person point of view from a number of different ways. The first way is if the narrator is actually a character in the story telling the story to you. So they might use words like I or my or me, myself. Okay, you know that it's first person point of view if it's actually a character telling you the story. The second way to tell if it's a first person point of view narrator is if the narrator tells their own thoughts, opinions, and feelings, since the story is coming from their point of view. The third way to tell if a story is written from first person point of view is if the narrator does not know what other characters are thinking and feeling. They only know what goes on in their own heads. And again, when they talk about themselves, they use words like I, me, mine, and myself. So these 4 points should help you identify if your story is being told from first person point of view. Here's an example of a first person point of view short story. I slithered through my cage. The light was on. I had to go into my cave so that I could be protected from the heat and my enemy in the next cage. My enemy's cage is dark. He is hiding from me. Who knows where he is or when he will attack next. In that short story, we learned that our character lives in a cage and that he was hiding from the heat because it was too hot, and that he had an enemy next door in a dark cave. We couldn't see his enemy, and we didn't know what his enemy was really thinking, if he really was his enemy at all. But we knew that our snake friend did not like the person or the snake in the cage next to him. The second type of point of view is third person point of view.